Earthlings. Welcome back to 7th Street. I really hope that this video doesn't start lagging. The last one started lagging pretty bad, and I didn't notice it until I rewatched the video later just to like see how the quality turned out with this camera. This laptop that I'm using is actually my girlfriend's laptop, and the webcam isn't the best for it. So if this one starts lagging a lot, just let me know and I'll stop using this computer for these updates. But yeah, without further ado, I did have some pretty cool updates to share today for my movie collection. Blu-rays and some VHS tapes. I actually went by a VHS swap in downtown Portland. I was down there for an audition and it was rush hour, so I just decided to stick around. I will start with the it was released quite a while back. I've never been super in love with this movie. I definitely like it more now that I've seen it, restored and with the special features and kind of knowing more of the story behind it. I've always really admired Jackie Kong, the director of this film. She kind of had a tough go of it, and she did a couple of movies that I rather like. Feast, the Herschel Gordon Lewis film. DVD looks great. I mean, it looks fantastic. There is really cool audio commentary with Jackie Kong, and she is very informative and very technical. So she always gives a lot of really good information. There's a really cool interview with her as well. There's sort of like a 7-part documentary on here that's feature length. It was really long. I want to say it was like at least 80 minutes. And it was really cool. It kind of went through the entire the entire making of this movie, starting with the writers wanting to do a Blood Feast sequel, and then the studio saying that, that would never sell, that, some obscure movie from 20 years ago doing an unofficial sequel or doing an official sequel just wouldn't really bring in the audience that they wanted. And just going through all the different changes that this went through. And that might be one of the reasons that I like this movie, don't get me wrong, but that might be one of the reasons that I've always just kind of been a little bit indifferent towards it, is it just kind of feels a little bit haphazardly thrown together. It kind of always felt like a lot of things were just too spontaneous, and I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I like the movie fine enough, but once again, the Vestron sleeve I always think is really cool. It's kind of got that holographic quality to it. It's the same thing. Once again, no Vestron logo on the actual case. And then you got these god-awful eco-friendly cases. Like I said in the last video, I'm really thinking about ordering a bunch of Blu-ray cases too. Yeah, all in all, it's the same thing from last video. I really like these, although I have some major problems with the release. Or not major problems, but just little gripes. And, I don't know if I sound more pessimistic about those Vestron releases on this video than I did the last one. And but if I do, it's probably because I picked up the FYE exclusive Arrow video release of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't even think I need to explain it. I'm hoping that everyone has seen this film. I've been absolutely I've just always adored this movie since I saw it when I was 10 years old on, it used to play on Turner Classic Movies or AMC. It used to play on AMC all the time, late at night. This is really cool. The slip sleeve is really thick cardboard too. It's kind of got some weight to it. At first when I saw this, my first reaction was, wow, that's a hideous cover. It has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. It's like this, watercolor painting of this clown crushing the guts out of this woman. Just sort of misleading. And at first I was like, wow, that's really ugly. I don't know if I necessarily want that. Then the more I would like go around the FYE and come back to it and go, well, it's peculiar, but yeah, I still don't know if I'll get it. And then finally I was like, all right, I love this thing. I just, I love this movie. So if I'm going to have, I knew I was going to get the Arrow Blu-ray release of this. So I'm actually glad now that I went with the FYE exclusive. But on the inside, I always use the reversible cases from Arrow Video. You can't beat the original poster artwork. Because I really didn't like the cover for the Midnight Movies MGM. I have it right over there because I have it signed by Suzanne Snyder. That's their other cover. I don't know. I don't really like Arrow Video's original new artwork for their releases. I don't know what it is. There are only a couple of them that I really like. But yeah, definitely, if you live near an FYE, pick up this exclusive case. I mean, if you're going to get it on Blu-ray, you might as well get kind of like the limited edition version of it. Fuck. Yeah, man, I'm all over the place today. I am struggling. I think I lost like 5 of my live viewers, probably just because I'm rambling on and on. But anyway, the other Blu-ray that I picked up was released, The City of the Dead, that movie with Christopher Lee. I think it's 1960 is when it was in the public domain. I know that I have a clamshell release of it at Mr. Cinema, maybe, a VHS, and it's under the title Horror Hotel. And that's always what he has. It's if you haven't seen it, it's the cover is pretty misleading. It's a black and white 60s film. It doesn't star Christopher Lee. He's sort of a supporting character who just kind of like comes in and out. You can tell they only got him but it's a really interesting film that's actually about witchcraft. There is like this college class, and they're taking these like, they're doing like this project or they're studying witchcraft, and Christopher Lee is the professor, and he kind of tells this woman about this like local town where they used to burn witches, and she goes there and kind of slowly discovers it. Kind of turns into a Twilight Zone episode, because that's all. Brown still kind of has their own secrets, and they're still kind of like devil worshipping, trying not to give away like the twist ending or anything. It definitely has a Twilight Zone feel to it, which is probably why I've always really liked it. This Blu-ray release, it looks fantastic. I think it's a 2K transfer, of the original film. But anyhow, because sometimes like Mill Creek, they'll just take like some public domain VHS copy of Night of the Living Dead, and they're like, oh, it's and it's like, yeah, but you didn't it looks shitty. It's like the best looking version of a shitty print. But this looks fantastic. And sometimes it's hard to tell with a black and white film, just because I always think that especially like the old Universal films and stuff, they always sort of looked crisp to me. Black and white never really looks dirty or muddy. I know that it can, but I always tend to think that even DVD releases of black and white films look better, and the only other black and white Blu-ray that I have that I think looks this good is my Blu-ray for Creature from the Black Lagoon from Universal Studios. This release, like I said, I hate that cover, and I was really hoping that they were going to have a reversible sleeve, but of course they don't, taking a cue from Vestron Video. I was really hoping for the Horror Hotel reversible sleeve. I'm pretty sure like some of this, I guess I should have plan this a little bit better. But when I saw this, I was like, wait a second. Is this just a stock photo from some? And I think it is. I think that like they just used like some stock photos. I know some people complain about VCI. They're like a little bit more of a low budget company. They don't really do very much. I know that they did like giant spike. For what it is, I think that this is like a really good pickup. It's got a commentary with Christopher Lee, which is pretty crazy. I haven't seen very many releases that like where he does a commentary track on it. So that was always really cool. But yeah, I definitely recommend picking this up. It was only like $12 or something like that for me. So for what it is, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great addition. Now going on to the Blu-rays. So I was at an audition, and then I was kind of like stuck in downtown Portland because you don't want to get back on the freeway and try to get back into Washington at that time of day. And I didn't even know it was going on, but there was a VHS swap going on at a bar. So I pulled out a little bit of cash. I stopped in and I picked up a couple of things. The first one is, and I'm pretty sure it's like a bootleg, but it's from Movie Madness, and it's Lamberto Bava's Devil Shark. Definitely watch the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode of this. But yeah, it's a Jaws ripoff. It's an Italian Jaws ripoff. That's not very good. Looks like they got like this Russian cover, but you can see all these stickers here, that it was like in the Psychotronic section under L. Bava and horror directors. And, I recognize that all right away from Movie Madness, which is, I think it's the largest, or I know it's one of the largest video rental stores like in the world. It's like one of the largest video collections. It's also a like a museum, like a film museum. They have one of the scripts from Casablanca there. They have like costumes from Naked Lunch and all this like really strange stuff. But yeah, you can go there and rent movies. And I know that Devilfish was recently released to Blu-ray, so I'm sure they got the Blu-ray, and I know they have it on DVD, so they probably decided, okay, we can get rid of this VHS. Pretty sure it's just a, this is just a, they printed out some cover, because looking on the back, that's sort of what it looks like to me. And then the tape is just kind of like, like a printed out sticker. But I mean, that's cool. I only paid $3 for it at the swap. And, I got it cause it was from Movie Madness. It's got that video rental store feel. I don't have Devil Shark on VHS on any other, from any other company. So, I thought I'd pick it up. I actually watch my VHS tapes too. So, it just seemed like a good one to get. So yeah, I got myself a Devil Shark boot. Next one up is, I'm sure that you've probably noticed by now that I'm a huge Godzilla fan, and my gold standard in my collection are Godzilla VHS tapes. And no matter what it is, like if I don't have it, I'll pick it up no matter what. And I've been looking for this one for a while, and it's Destroy All Monsters. This was the only time that it was released on VHS. It was it's even got like the white collector's tape, which I've actually never seen. I've seen this tape before. I know that my cousin actually had this tape once upon a time, and it was a black tape. So I don't know if that makes it extra rare or not. It's funny. The guy who was selling this, I walked in, I didn't have any cash on me immediately, and I just saw this at the guy's table, and I pulled it out, and I said, hey, I really want this. I don't have any cash. I'm going to go over to the ATM. Is that cool? And he's like, well, it's only $1, bro. You don't have $1? It's like, did I fucking stutter? I don't have any cash. No, I don't have $1. I need to go to the cash machine. So he's like, yeah, I think it'll be here for you. But it's like fuck you, dude. Like, I really want this. Like, you clearly don't know what you have. I mean, this isn't like a super valuable tape. I think it goes for like $12 on Amazon. That's with the black tape. I mean, who knows how much this goes for? But I mean, you know, it was like important to me. Like, I would have shelled out probably $7 for this, wouldn't have batted an eye. And then, of course, I got a $20 bill, and I didn't even go back to him right away. I went and bought some of the other tapes because I didn't want to ask him to break a 20. He was already kind of a little bit of a douche. But this is really cool, actually. I love that cover. The like, I don't even know. It's just like, it's like a coloring book. But yeah, I was super happy to pick this up. Like I said, this is the only time that Destroy All Monsters made it to VHS. So, yeah, and it's put out by ADV Films. I don't even know what else they released. And this was what, like 96 or something, right? Yeah, 98. So yeah, because I remember when this was released. And like all the stores had this. They're selling it for like $25. And then the last one that I picked up, funny enough, is also a Toho film, I believe. And it's a big box copy of The Human Vapor. It's like all holographic. It's pretty beat to hell, but it only cost me $5. Yeah, I'll never get the glare off of this. But yeah, this is sort of like one of those lesser known Toho science fiction titles. I saw the big box. I love big boxes. I don't have as many in my collection as I wish I did. Video gems, and I have one other sort of big box video gem, but it's like a big clamshell. Like, it's like bigger than a normal clamshell. I'll actually that's really quick. Should have prepared better for this. I'm sure that's why I've lost all my viewers, all my live viewers. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I have Deathstalk with Vic Morrow on Video Gems. And I thought they only did clamshells. I didn't know that they did these like holographic big boxes. It's cool. I love when they also have video rental store stickers on them. This one's for Ken's World of Video, which I looked up, and it used to be in Illinois. Like, how the fuck did this get over here to Portland? Yeah, it took quite a beating, but the tape looks like it's in good shape. I'm actually gonna like watch it tonight. I actually take all of my VHS tapes and I burn them onto DVD. Like, I have all these spindles that are full of burned DVDs that have all of my VHS tapes on it, because I have like a really, like, if I want to watch a VHS, because the experience is sort of different. I'll watch a VHS on DVD, but it's like a DVD that I burned. So I'll probably burn this, Destroy All Monsters, and probably Devil Shark as well. All to Monster Shark, Devil Fish. Those are I kept getting those screwed up. But I'll burn those to DVD probably tonight. Yeah, just doing that and editing. Yeah. I don't know if you guys like these live collection updates or not. ADV releases anime. Do they really? Yeah, I know. I feel like I can like the logo like Good Times released to me. Thanks, Glenn. Man, you're the only person who stuck around to watch this. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I don't know if you guys like these live updates. I don't prepare for them at all. I don't think about, what I'm going to say. So that's why I probably just stumble around. I should probably be a bit more precise in some of these. But yeah, I just kind of like to go off the cuff and talk about shit. So yeah, I got a few new Reference This Film episodes that will be coming soon. I've been writing those. I've got a top 5 that I want to release really soon here. And then I'm also working on something special for Halloween. Just like Cinemassacre and some of those other channels. I think Moods 16 does something like a theme. I want to do one of those this year, so I've been in the works. You know, I'm also sorry if like some of the videos are few and far in between at times, or you get like these, you know, these live collection updates where I'm unscripted and just rambling. But yeah, you know, I'm just trying to like keep the videos coming and you know, always like to create new comment or content. Always like to create new content. You know, I just like to stay busy. That's all you listen to me for 22 minutes. Nobody else does.